From the Newstalk 989 studios, the voice of the Oscoda River Valley, here's Good Day Oscoda with Jenn and Dirk. The left and the right, let's all get along.
Dirk? Dirk, is that you?
Is that you?
Oh my God, dude, where have you been? I put out like an APP. Last I heard, you were chasing Todd. You know what? I heard a lot of people are on his tail.
Well,
How have you been?
I didn't catch Todd. Came darn close. But I was down in Columbus, Ohio, and we were going to say, oh, by the way, it's newstalk989.org, the voice of the Oscoda River Valley. Good day, Oscoda. But I was going to put on my pinstripe, shirt with the tie and everything because I didn't want people to see this horrible shirt because people are being triggered right now. But that's okay because I thought, we have to be honest with people. And for you Michigan and Michigan State people, I grew up a Michigan fan until I was like 25 years old, and my wife tricked me after 7 years into becoming a Buckeye fan. So I feel for you also, but due to marital relations and trickery, that's why I proudly say OH, then you go ahead and say IO.
IO.
Oh, too easy. People are going to be, why'd you give in to him like that? That's just horrible.
Well, because you're my friend. You're my friend, and I support you. Look what I wore for you today, Looney Tunes. Just like
This township board is a bunch of Looney Tunes. That's oh my goodness gracious, that's for sure.
Yep.
So, are you in the Hall of Records of Oscoda Township, FOIA and information, and going through PDF files in the back there?
See, I thought I was in the room of requirement from Harry Potter, but yeah, I like where you're at.
That's another way of looking at it, I guess.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I hear those FOIAs. There we go. I hear they're just flying into the township.
Well, you got to keep them busy working,
Yeah,
distracts them from doing bad things.
Exactly. It's good to hear from you. Glad to see you back.
Yeah.
Good New Year.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is a nice.
Did you get a chance to see that? Oh goodness. Oh, people, you're gonna love me.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen until you're as old as me. Like when you get up near 60, then that's supposed to start
I got
happening.
30 days before this stuff's supposed to happen. No, I'm sorry, my friends. Where we were going with this today is that petition. Have you seen it, Dirk?
I have.
I have too.
What's the signatures up
It's
to?
already.
Well, go
Oh
ahead
my
and first
gosh, when I looked-
explain what the petition is to everybody and everything, and you take care of that, set it all up.
Well, those that are following the Oscoda politics know that the board and the EIC director, they persuaded the board to put Fertile Field up on the disposable list, which just makes room for it to be sold to any developer. They're talking commercial. We have no control at this point, folks, of what will go up there. So we've told them, Dirk, how many times? How many surveys have we filled out? How many petitions? I know we've done this time and time again, and we've told them. And, it's the funny thing is they don't want to tell us what those results were, though. So we're going to have to do another one, and we're telling them, keep your hands off Paul. That's the bottom line. It's our fertile field. Yep, stop the chop, hands off Paul. What are we up to? Let me look over here. We got the petition. Oh, how many have signed?
And this petition's on change.org, so someone can just go there and also search for that.
Yep. And it's under Save Paul Bunyan Park / Fertile Field in Oscoda, Michigan. You can't miss it. And we have 191 supporters at this point. 191 have signed this petition to save Fertile Field. I am super excited about our residents and towns stepping up. Because I know, it's mundane doing it time and time again, but guys, we're going to take this and we're going to make sure they see it. I'll personally hand deliver it to the board at the next meeting. This has to stop. They have to be reminded of who, I guess the nicest way to say it is who runs the town. It can't be a select few people with alternative motives. It just can't be, folks. And if you jump over to that petition, sign it for me, drop a comment. You guys, there are so many, just some real heartfelt comments on here, you know, hands off Paul, obviously, but, you know, and I'm not going to use last names because that wouldn't be right. But thank you, Sharon. Township has no right to sell without the community being in agreement. I didn't vote for anyone to sell off our properties. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. It goes on and on like that. I know my great grandparents, they invested in Oscoda Township. This isn't what their vision was. We want growth, but we want responsible growth. That's all, you know, talking about taking away our cemetery expansion properties, our beaches, fertile. I mean, it's like every time we turn our heads, we're having to fight for our property, our green spaces. I mean, we're land rich. Why? Why are we doing this? Why are you putting us through this?
So this is what it looks like when you see this on Facebook.
So you're pulling it up? Okay, let me pop back over there. Awesome, thank you. Yes.
I'm looking at, over 1,000 people so far have seen it. Looks like 115 people have clicked on it. And then let's bring up the change.org petition. Save Paul Bunyan Park, Fertile Field in Oscoda. Oh, look at that. You're right. Almost 200. We are 9 people away from getting 200. Because it says right here, Jen,
Incredible.
at 200, this petition is more likely to be featured in recommendation. How do you now? Also, when people go to fill this out, go ahead and give us your
30 seconds.
Give us your email though, because if you give us your email, then we can get you on an email list that's outside of Facebook, and we'll be direct contact with us. So. We're going to sell it. We're going to spam it. We are going to give your email to every person. What?
Dirk.
Well, we're not. No, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I read that. No, we are not going to do that. But you never know when Facebook might blow things up. So give us your email, and then we can contact you with like more information on what's going on. Like,
thank you.
Drive and stuff like that.
Guys,
so how do I get to the comments?
Once it's gone, it's gone.
Oh.
It should just be, just scroll down. You got this.
Let me read this in my radio DJ voice, okay?
I love it.
Worthy Oscodian resident started this petition to great residents of the township of Oscoda, Michigan. A great travesty occurred this week. At the direction of the Planning Commission and the EIC Director, Fire Todd Dickerson, hashtag, the Oscoda Township Board voted to remove Paul Bunyan Park, Fertile Field from the non-disposable property list, making room for it to be sold off to developers. You know what really drives them crazy?
What's that?
I love to call it Paul Bunyan Park at historic Fertile Field, because the first thing they'll do is, it's not a park, and why is Fertile Field historic? Isn't that one of their things after they get past, do you live here? Is that true?
Give it to him, Dirk.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We are
it is true.
Potentially losing yet another precious green space, a space where the community and commerce have gathered together for decades. This is what has surprised me. You're on the left, I'm on the right, and from the beginning they started this BS. I assumed, and I know now from talking to a significant number of people in this town, literally thousands, that this is not a political issue. This, it seemed to me, was very logical, because both sides could come together and go, yeah, let's not get rid of this green space.
It's pretty obvious to me.
And I haven't looked up their voting records or anything like that, but the real kicker to me is a lot of the people that want to sell Paul Bunyan Park politically are liberal, which is mind-numbing. Can you explain your people?
No, I cannot. No, I can't. Not for this.
I mean, it's just shocking that we've got to this, and all these issues are
We're at
being
this
made
point,
out of something
yes.
that 80% of the people, at least from in all walks of life, all political stripes I've contacted and communicated with, it's 80%. I mean, I can honestly say it's 80%.
Yes, yes. I agree with you. At least 80%.
All right, let's
And it's a
continue
shame.
with the petition.
It's an absolute shame.
It
Yes.
is. It's a crying
It's a
shame.
travesty.
We are without your support, Paul Bunyan Park, fertile field will be lost to this community and its future generations forever. Once this land is sold off, we cannot retrieve it. There seems to be a mission amongst a select minority that would choose to see another monstrosity of a potential industrious eyesore sitting on 23 rather than the smiles of our children at the town festival and other town events. Make your voice heard. Sign our petition today. Let the Oscoda Township Board and the Planning Commission know that the selling of our parks is not okay. This maneuver potentially has cost the town a great deal of money in future grants. Sign this petition and demand Paul Bunyan Park, fertile field, and Oscoda, Michigan be put back on the non-disposable property list and our 5-year master plan. Get over to change.org and you can sign that. Please
Save Paul Bunyan Park and fertile field.
I always
If
like to
not
refer
for-
to the
for
planning
your
commission
children.
as the central planning committee.
Yes, you do.
You know, I had
It tickles you.
I had a current member of our central planning committee tell me that you need to get on the planning commission because that's more powerful than the board. That's their exact words to me.
They may be preaching gospel there.
So
Just saying.
okay. Oh, I see. You scroll down and then you get all the comp.
Yes, please read them in your radio voice, my friend, please.
I
And there's more. Give you all of them.
Let's go to the beginning. Oh, there's a lot of comments.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. See, there's more.
Oh, wow. There's that it? No, load more.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
See,
I love
I
our
went through
community.
this the first day you got this up, and okay, let's see. As a native of Oscoda, I'm furious that this move is even being considered. Terrible decision. I grew up in Oscoda, and the memories of ice skating and going to the Paul Bunyan Festival were the best part of growing up in a small town. The properties should not be sold to developers. You know, the ice skating thing, and we've always talked about that would be a winter activity for fertile. I was thinking the other day, why don't we just reach out and find some guys with hammers and boards and some plastic tarp that could put in an ice skating rink? And we ourselves do it. We'll go to the town, say, like permission to put in an ice skating rink for 2 months. They would give us
We
the
used
water.
to have them when I was growing up. We didn't have the boards or anything. They literally just dug it out of like the field where we had 2 ponds and filled them up.
Yeah.
Let them freeze, and that's what we skated on.
Hey, if you might be interested or know someone that could help us build an ice rink, and I think maybe, just about almost hockey size, because we could, kids like to skate and practice their hockey and
You're
stuff.
going to get out there, Dirk?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
If someone comes and build it, will you? They say they build it, you will come. Will you go?
I've got an ice skating rink right up below Mount Thompson on Cedar Lake. I keep it there every year, and it's got a sledding hill down to the rink and goes across the lake. It's a lot of fun. It's like a winter version of a rope swing.
Nice.
So if anybody's interested in that, put in the comments what your thoughts are. Just getting a bunch of volunteers to go ahead and run an ice skating rink. Because people go, there's nothing happening. There's nothing stopping us from making it happen. The great people that put on the artisan crafts and show every week up there. Maybe that's what take things into our own hands.
Hey, let's get some hot chocolate out there, some warming fires, some benches.
I'm sure we could get. There's a couple of canopy and tent companies in town that might donate to put up a warming tent on the weekends and stuff like that. And we'll
Oh,
work with
and
the
those
JCs
propane
or the.
heater things. Yeah, yeah, let's get it all together. That would be amazing. The kids would have so much fun, and probably even a few adults.
Let's see, Rob Rogers, icon that has been there for decades and is part of our history. Bertall Field is a treasured community asset. It should be developed for the use and enjoyment of the community. After all, parks are for people. Amber says there's plenty of other properties investors have to choose from that need the love and TLC from a revamp or redevelopment. I'm signing because I'm sick and tired of greedy-ass politicians not giving a crap about history or the wants and needs of this town. I've been coming up here for 50 years, and the decisions being made are utterly, read more, without regard for what the people who love Oscoda want.
I want to be Amy's friend. I'm just saying, friend me, Amy.
Amy, go ahead and friend all of us.
Yeah.
Make sure you like the group Truly Oscoda. Make sure you like News Talk 989.
Good place to be.
These comments are just wonderful.
And Kelly, she loves her friends, and dogs need places to run. Joggers need to jog. Yep. It's all about community, and that's, why are you taking that away from us?
I don't know.
Where are we supposed to have our parades and fireworks and festivals and all? Even, what is this, Mr. Taser? See, I'm going to be nice today. Yeah. Mr. Taser even knows there's a need for Fertile Field. It wasn't him that said, yes, let's, he's all excited about being ready to be sold, but at the same time, hey, I got this big event, got these big people coming in, and we might need that space. So, what's his plan if it's sold? It's just a horrible decision to be contemplating this. Let's just forget about it. Let's forget this happened. We'll forgive you. It'll take a minute, but
I'm afraid
let's just put it back. Put it back where you found it.
They're not going to
leave it alone.
They're not going to give up, though. I mean, it's going on 3 years now, and one way or another, they've been deceitful about Paul Bunyan Park at historic Bertall Field.
Oh, Dirk, why do you love to rile me up so much?
Okay, let's get back to some more of these, because you know what? These are extremely interesting to really spend the time to look at what our friends here in town.
People have to say, yes, our neighbors and friends, absolutely.
There's Kelly. Chris is part of my hometown. Janet signs her. I have my home in Oscoda. Yes, I live there. Thank you, Wendy. Isn't it weird?
Yay, Wendy.
That's always people. What are their attack lines? Do you live here? Well,
yes, I do. I love it.
There's about 3 times the size of this town that come here in the summer to enjoy things like Fertall Park. So their opinion, in my mind, counts even more because it's one of the things that brings people here. So people that were going to come here and now realize what's going on with Fertall Park, they have every right to speak up. And if anybody challenges you on, do you live here? I was going to say, tell them that, yeah, give them 2 fists, 2 number 1 fingers.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so bad, aren't I?
You are such a horrible influence on me.
Are you able to see these on your screen?
Oh, I am.
Okay, go ahead and read D. Great name, D. Champagne.
Oh, Champagne. Ooh, I need to be your friend too. I just love the name. Department for what? Historic parks are not for sale. Shame on Oscoda officials. Way to go, Champagne.
We'll go ahead and like both these. Oh, no, that's what screwed me up before.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
You have to go back when we're not recording and do that. Maverick, I am so sorry. There's a full moon. You know that, right? My dog got woofy pants. It's driving me cuckoo manjuno.
I've been waiting for a clear night to get the telescopes out. I'm thinking of taking them down to the pier.
Ooh, can I come with? Can we make a field trip?
We actually did that this summer. Went down. I had the astronomical binoculars and two telescopes we have, and showed a lot of people's stuff other than the moon. You know?
Right. There's more other than the moon. Did you hear what happened with Pluto and Neptune? I found out.
Did they have one of those alignments?
Pluto is warmer, even though it's further away.
Really?
Yes, we all were under the presumption growing up, the further away from the sun, the colder. Well, this just happened last week. It was NASA and Elon Musk, maybe? And swear to God, just watched it yesterday. And I was like, really? So, yeah, atmosphere's warmer on
So
Pluto.
what you're telling me is the science that they told us was fact because people questioned the science. We now determine that the original science was wrong.
Or I'm telling you, we have better technology.
That proves the old science wrong because of new technology. Let's get back to the comments. Well, there you are right there.
Yeah, sorry, folks. We love you. We really do.
Development. Oh, that's the Champagne. Okay, go to Deborah
Yes.
there.
We did Deborah. No, she didn't. Oh, Deborah. She graduated from Oscoda High. This field is important to the community. Better options should be considered. Absolutely, Deborah.
Sharon, Township has no right to sell without the community being in agreement. I didn't vote for anyone to sell off all of our properties.
Yes.
And then we need
Yep.
green space.
We need green space. Yes, we do. Leave for a field alone. You're already messing up the park by building a hotel. I love these people. You are my people. You're all, yes, you're going to find this link on, again, newstalk989.org or Truly Oscoda. Jenn Dirk has got it out there. Wherever, just find it, sign it, leave us a comment. We love that. And share it. Share it to your feed. Share it to all of your social media. We need to get as many signatures on here as possible before the next board meeting, please, which is next Monday. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dirk.
It is. And we're having to really work hard on keeping track of the notifications of other committees and board meetings. They make it, sometimes even violate the law on public notifications. But lately they've just been, doing the bare minimum of getting the word out on the committee. And people like the Zoning Commission and the Central Planning Committee, they've stopped their Zoom. And legally, they had to do it because Oscoda extended the emergency stay allowing online meetings for an extra year, which was idiotic to begin with. So the Central Planning Committee, we started zooming in on the last few of their meetings at the end of the year. They got a little upset, so as soon as they legally didn't have to put them on Zoom, and then we have to figure out where they're going to meet, what day it is, what time it is, and then they only give you a few hours or day or so notice. They're making it hard on us, aren't they?
Well, Dirk, I've got a calendar going, and I've gone through. I hope we can make it public for everybody here soon. And I'm trying to keep those events as abreast as possible. The ones that are posted are already on there. I'm covering Harrisville, Oscoda, Osabo, and oh my gosh, is Osabo Township's website for their city? It's a dream. I wish we could I honestly had city envy when I saw it.
You want to experience that again up here in the Great Fork County area? Going to have the mayor of Au Gres and be doing a podcast with him coming up at the end of the week here. And so I was going through the Au Gres website, and just like you with the Sables, I went, oh my God, this is a great website. They're utilizing it. I think we're like the most, the people that are trying to move us into the future are really taking us back asswards on the internet. Isn't that ironic also?
Is it ironic or is it deliberate?
With There's a portion that it's just being overwhelmed, not sure exactly what's going on, but there is a core that are what you said. What she said.
Keep us less informed.
Which way are you? Yeah. What she
Yes.
said. Give me a high five.
Wait, if I'm on the left.
Let's work on this.
There you go.
Give me a high five.
Is this right?
Right. It's right hand. Right hand.
The other way?
Right hand.
The right hand.
Right
Okay.
hand. Yeah.
There we go.
No, other side though. No, right hand to your.
This way?
Yeah. There.
Okay.
Now high five. Nope, it's too. You're out of. A little bit further back towards your head.
Oh, come back.
Now put your hand up, straight up where it's at, and then push to the right.
Boom.
Boom. There we go.
Yay!
You know what we'll do? I'm going to put this little news photo background behind you next time, and then it will look like we're in the fancy newsroom down in our downtown News Talk 989 studios in Oscoda, Michigan, right across from Rogers. And the studio. I'm doing the shampooing on the studios. That's why I was late getting a hold of you, because the carpets are the last thing you do. Maybe we should do like some sort of grand opening or open house, because we're going to utilize these studios for art, for T-shirts, stickers, things like that.
I got the perfect day. My birthday's in 30 days. Let's have an open house birthday party for Jen at the studio.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get Nuke in the Night Shift to play.
Oh my God, I would love that.
I'm going to be setting up a podcast with Nuke in the Night Shift. They just did a big one down at a podcast out of Detroit. The guys were just great. I thought, I need to get them in here and do like a little. I sent a message. I sent it yet. Anyways, asking them if they'd be interested in doing a podcast, sit around the table, talk about their music, but then have a little studio audience and call it the News Talk 989 small room and do an acoustic performance in the small room.
Wow. I love it.
So
I love it.
There's going to be all sorts of fun things we're going to be able to do with this facility. But yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll have a big birthday party for Jen. We'll have male strippers coming out of cakes, and they still do that nowadays.
I had no idea. I've never seen one.
Now, you're almost as old as I am. Do you remember when the strippers popping out of cakes at business offices were like, run of the mill? Whoa, Dave got a stripper today.
Actually, I walked into a 7-Eleven once, and some guy was in there for one of the staff. I'm like, really? You in the 7-Eleven? And I turned around and walked away. I was so embarrassed.
My ex-wife used to be one of those people. And then I was the guy that escorted her and had the boom box, and when she come in her little police outfit or whatever, I was there for the security, and then I got in on the act. I was singing. I was not singing telegrams. No, I would wear for the telegram company. My wife was the stripper, but I would go out in a giant. Oh, there's my dogs. Oh, Brian Haley just wandered in. How are you, sir? And so I would wear this giant foam banana, and then I would go and give somebody a gift or whatever, and all I did was tell banana jokes. Knock, knock, banana jokes. That's all I did. Yeah.
That's your story. You're sticking to it, right?
You know if there's any singing telegram companies in this area? Maybe we should start a singing telegram company.
Right. Okay, so we need our viewers to get involved here, our listeners, okay? So, we're going to need a poll. Do we do a scavenger hunt? What do? We got to have some funsies during the day. We'll culminate with Mike and the night. What'd you say? The night shift?
Nuke in the Night Shift. Yeah, the Morris boys and Nuke. He's out there.
Yes, we can absolutely do that. We'll turn it up. That's awesome.
There was something Treetops. The other day I saw on News Talk 989. Treetops is doing this thing where it's a walk through the snow with snowshoes at night in the evening, and it sounded like it'd be a great News Talk 989 field trip. I think if we could start doing field trips like this, Like
It was with lanterns. How cool is that? It's going to be gorgeous.
I
It's gonna be
wanted to
gorgeous.
do at the end of October a shipwreck diving, snorkeling trip for the last one of the year at the end of October for the hardcore snorkel.
You snorkel?
Oh yeah, don't you? Everybody, all the cool kids snorkel.
I've never snorkeled. No. I was busy teaching catechism while you were snorkeling.
Or we could do a photography field trip. Say, hey, looks like it's going to be sunny, and we're going to go meet, and we're going to, like I would love. The other day we're driving down to Taos, and where you go by Maitiki, it was so bright. The ice flows out there, and those wonderful, brilliant colors. I thought I just want to stop and walk all around and take photographs. But we could do things. We're having a photo trip to, Lumberman's Monument, or I think that'd be another fun
That'd be
activity.
amazing.
We've got a ton of artists in this community.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. A lot of really nice artists. I just saw one online. She has a new one down in Taos at the gallery there, and it was just beautiful birds in flight, sunset, lake. Doesn't get any better.
So if folks have any ideas or anything, leave them in the comments. Get a hold of us. Now,
Please.
the calendar you're working on with all of the meetings and all of the counties and stuff,
Yes.
it's not like you go to a website and you scroll through a list. This will integrate into your personal calendar, right?
Well, and not just that, I'm making sure to include links. So if there's an event, and it'll have the address, the time and everything. I'm super excited about it. I want to include your fundraisers. This is a community calendar that I wanted to develop. Keeping you informed of the political surroundings as well as the social events, what's going on with the fundraisers. What else are we going to do here? Events, social events. 989 is going to be doing stuff. Dirk, did I lose you?
But I was actually, you know what I was doing? It's called, I was being quiet. Yeah. My wife was listening to one of our podcasts the other day, and she goes, you're just like when you're on the radio in Columbus, you just need to shut up sometimes and let people talk. Like, and then she adds, like you do to me all the time, bastard.
My brother was just on the phone with me.
He's bastard.
Like, is that a podcast?
Just say bastard.
Say bastard. Me or your wife?
No, my wife. She didn't call me a bastard. Okay. So anyways, but this will integrate into your personal calendar. So like if you use Google Calendars and you get reminders of stuff, it'll just automatically pop up. So, see, that's the thing with I'll forget to go to xyz.com and then click on their calendar, but this will remind me from missing important meetings. It's like practice what you preach, Dirk.
Exactly. And that's we were having a problem just as a group, when we want to be informed and we were having a problem staying informed. And I said, we need a calendar. So absolutely, let's use it. Back to next month, this birthday, Dirk, it's not just a normal one. It's an O. So we got to go big.
When will the calendar be deployed, do you think?
When do you think it'll be deployed?
Is it ready to go?
It's really close. You're going to have to do your little magic. I sent you the link. As soon as you're ready, we'll make it public, and it'll be good to go.
Okay. And is it Brian Haley just ran out of here? He comes in the door, sees we're doing a Good Day Oscoda, and then all of a sudden, he's only done one podcast with us. For someone that's so opinionated and wants to speak at all of these board meetings and has these wonderful facts and information to give you, getting him to get on camera. I said, you don't even have to turn the camera on. But don't just sit there and tell me all this information. Let's tell other people. And then he's like, So you ladies did get him to plug in his headset. And so he did do a roundtable with us. But maybe you gals could work some feminine wiles on him and say, hey, you gotta start sharing this information with everybody. Because more people will hear it.
If you started using Dirk, you know what would work better? Is if you put on some womanly wiles. Then you could say no.
All right. Well, on that, let's end Good Day Oscoda, and just by saying, your day. I never even thought of that.
Good day.
Remember Paul Harvey?
Yes, I
And
remember Paul Harvey.
that's the way it is. January 18th, the Tuesday, 2022. Oscoda, good day. That was the worst Paul Harvey impersonation ever.
But we still love you.
All right. And we will talk to you guys later. Don't forget to like, share. You can watch us on our YouTube channel, our Rumble channel, and we are now on Getter. The channels are all News Talk 989.
See you next time.